First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Yahweh is to this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is to this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Ba'ashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Qudash means holy. And that's on the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today's video, I just wanted to correct a comment that some dude left on a brother's video, which you can see down here by the name of Finest Swag. Looks like a Jake. What did I do? Looks like a Jake if you zoom in. Yeah. This is my brother. This is not even close to being Babylon, nor is Esau a white man. Esau is from Shem line, just like us. He was twin to our forefather Jacob. He was of colored. May the Lord awaken you to truth of doctrine concerning these things. Right, so this guy, let's deal with that first fact. He says that America is not Babylon. So let's go into the scriptures and let's read about how Babylon fell. So when you go into Daniel, the 5th chapter, it goes into the writing on the wall of Belshazzar. Now, pretty much, they were having a feast. Okay, they were drinking, they were eating. Okay, the king and all his people. And all of a sudden, you see writing on the wall. And they pretty much couldn't interpret it. They couldn't interpret it without Daniel. Daniel was the one that interpreted the understanding of the writing on the wall. So, verse 24 says, "Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Mene, mene, tekel, upharsin. This is the interpretation of the thing. Mean. God hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel. Thou art weighed in the balances and are found wanting. Perez. Thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet, and put a chain of gold about his neck, and made a proclamation concerning him, that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. In that night was Belshazzar the king of the Chaldeans slain, and Darius the Median took the kingdom, being about 62 years old." Right, so right here, it gives you the history, okay, of how the Babylonian Empire fell. Right, it was pretty much overnight. Okay, Belshazzar was slain that same night, and Darius the Median took the kingdom. Okay, he started attacking. Okay, and he took the kingdom once he realized Belshazzar had fallen. So I brought all this out to go into how ancient Babylon, okay, fell by the hands of Darius the Median. So when you go to Revelation, or you even go to Jeremiah chapter 50, let's get that. In Jeremiah chapter 50, when you read about Babylon, okay, and it says that, let's see. When it goes into the destruction of Babylon, I'm trying to find a scripture exactly that is the point. Right, verse 39. It says, "Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein. And it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation." So this is talking about after the destruction of America, okay, or Babylon. This Babylon is never going to be inhabited again, okay, forever. And only the wild beasts of the desert are going to live there. So your birds, okay, your ravens, and all these desert animals are the only ones that are going to be there. It says, "As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein." Right, so, the same way Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed is the same way this Babylon was going to be destroyed. Okay, and we know that the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah with fire. So, I brought all this out to show that Hey, verse 46. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. I brought all this out to point the fact that this Babylon here can't be possibly talking about ancient Babylon, right? Because ancient Babylon didn't go down like Sodom and Gomorrah with fire, okay? Ancient Babylon, okay, when it went down, it didn't shake the whole earth. It didn't move the whole earth, and the cry was heard amongst the nations. That didn't happen, right? Ancient Babylon is still being inhabited today. It's over there in Iraq, right? So it can't possibly be talking about ancient Babylon. Okay, this Babylon is symbolic for America. So this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. There's some bugged out Jake on the comment board speaking, spewing his madness. Salakia. Late night vid. But going into the second point, they said, nor is Esau a white man. Esau's from Shem line, just like us. He was twin to our father Jacob. He was of color. Which, what he said right there was true. The fact that Esau is from the line of Shem, right? That is right. Okay, that's on point. Noah's son, he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And out of Shem is where the Israelites come out. Same as the Edomites. Okay, we have the same forefather. So, but, like I said, but Esau still is the white man. So, he said that he was our twin, which is true, but there's a difference between identical twins, okay, and I think it's paternal twins. Right? You can have a twin, but you guys can come out looking completely different, right? There's an actual size to it. And then you can have the other twin where they're identical. In this case, it was the case that the kids came out different, right? Even though they were both in the belly at the same time. Right? The scriptures alert of this when you go to Genesis, the 25th chapter. Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21. Salakia. It says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And that shows you right there, okay, so it says that 2 nations are in a womb, and also 2 manner of people, right? They're going to be 2 matters different, okay? And part of that was, Jacob. From Jacob you get the Israelites, which are the righteous, and from Esau you get the wicked, okay, which is the Edomites. Okay, that's the 2 manner, but also the complexion. It tells you in verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Right, so Esau, it goes to show that he came out different because they literally talked about it. He said that the first came out red. Okay, that was something that was not common back then. That's why it's in the scripture. It says the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, right? And that's what the complexion of the Edomites are today. Is they call themselves Caucasian, right? White people, but they're actually red, right? Put them in some sun, and they just turn red. You can see their blood showing forth through their translucent skin. So it literally tells you right there. But if you don't believe me, just find the Edomite in the scriptures. Right, when you go to what's in Herod the Great. When you go into Herod the Great, and what he looked like, this is what Herod looked like. Okay. So-called white man. I don't know if that's real. Right? Herod the Great. Many faces. But when you go into who Herod was, Herod the Great's father, his name was Antipater the Idumean. Okay, Antipater the Idumean. Idumean is the Greek way of saying Esau. Okay, or Edom, I mean. Okay, going into, you're pretty much saying Antipater the Edomite. And if Herod's father was an Edomite, that means he was an Edomite too, right? And part of that you could tell was the complexion. But let's say you don't believe me after that. In this very same thing I have right here, this is a picture, right, of pretty much the buildings they found in Petra, Jordan, right, in Mount Seir, which that was the habitation of the Edomites. Okay, and this habitation, this is the pictures they found, right? If you don't tell somebody that this is from Mount Seir, you'll think, oh, these are some Greek or Roman statues, right? But no, these are those Edomites. Those are the same Edomites. Okay, from Mount Seir, they found all these artifacts. And look at the building, way of building. Okay, it's the same as they have today. Because it's the same people. They still build the same. So, that's a little fact, a little nugget showing you that Esau, okay, the so-called white people, they are the Edomites. And one more is the very fact of a Yahushai. Okay, the second coming of Yahushai. Okay, it says that when Yahushai comes back, he's coming back to a world ruled by Esau. Okay, let's find that in I think it's Isaiah chapter 34. Right, Isaiah chapter 34. I have two scriptures. Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 1. It says, "Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Now the host of heaven shall be dissolved, as the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." Right, this is talking about the mushroom cloud, the nuclear mushroom cloud, the heavens being rolled together as a scroll. It says, "And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment." Right, so right there, okay, it tells you that when the Lord comes back, this judgment is happening. He's going to come upon Idumea, the Edomites. Okay, Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. So, verse 6 says, "The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bosra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." Okay, and the land of Idumea is talking about America, right? Because the so-called white man rules America. They are the Edomites. And one key point showing you that this is talking about the end days, it's talking about the land of Idumea, is talking about America, is this key point right here, right, where it talks about the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. When you go to Revelation chapter 6, and verse 12, it says, "And I beheld, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places." Right, so this is the same account Isaiah was seeing. Right, they were seeing the nuclear destruction here on America. It says, "And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains." And that's talking about your elites, okay, people with money going to those bunkers. It says, "And said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is to come, and who shall be able to stand?" Right, so, talk about Yahushai's second coming. Right, when Yahushai comes back, he's coming back to a world ruled by the Edomites. right? A scripture to really solidify that is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Right? This is talking about kingdoms. Right? So the last kingdom before Jacob, the Israelites ruling forever, is going to be Esau. Okay? And using your common sense, the kingdom hasn't came yet. Right? The Israelites ruling forever, Jacob hasn't came yet. So what does that imply? Esau is still ruling. Esau is still in power. Right? As it says in Job chapter 9 and verse 24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, this was talking about, this was prophecy about the Edomites ruling right now. It says he covers the face of the judges thereof. Right? Going into covering the identity of who the true Hebrew Israelites are. Okay, because we, the Israelites, are the judges of the earth, the saints, the rulers. It's just right now we are at the lowest state. So, with that, right, with everything I brought out, you can conclude, an easy way to understand that you can conclude that the so-called white man, they are the Edomites, is that Yahweh Shai is going to come back to a world ruled by Esau. Okay, and you look at who's ruling the world right now, it's those people with the small little black hats, right? Look, all pale looking, right? They are the ones that rule everything, and they are Edomites. Who's on the back of the dollar, face of the dollar? Some pale dude, some Edomite. Okay, so the proof is in the pudding. If you can't get it, then the Lord has blinded you. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully this is edifying. With that, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, like Shalom.